Hi, welcome to Muzzle First. So Friday night, me and my son started on a short adventure. My son wanted a new motorcycle, so Friday night after work, we met at a Harley dealer, and we had a look at a couple of the 2017 models that they had left over. And they had something specific that he was looking for, and he didn't quite find it, that one. So Saturday we went to another Harley dealer that he knew had a specific bike that he was looking for, and he ended up buying the bike. What I got out of the deal was this catalog and a t-shirt. So I didn't buy anything there, but my son did, and I got a catalog and a t-shirt, so I can't complain about it too much. This catalog is available from Harley-Davidson. You can actually go to their website and request the catalog. I don't know what the rules are about sending it to you. I don't know if they just send them out to everyone that requests it, or if they print X amount and once they're gone, they're gone. You can also download this as a PDF. But I thought I would share it with you and just give you a quick look at the 2019 Harley-Davidson lineup. Not sure how many people that follow my channel are fans of Harley-Davidson or motorcycles in general. I've kind of had a love affair with Harleys for quite some time, and I like Indian bikes as well, but especially the Harley-Davidsons. And we'll get into the rest of that later here, but I'll tell you what my son bought here in a minute. And if I get an opportunity, I'll roll in a picture at the end here, at the end of this video, of my son's bike, of what he ended up buying. And it's a beauty. But anyway, so this is the 2019 Harley-Davidson Motorcycles catalog. Alright, let's take a quick peek at it here. I don't know if you want to pause it and read the entire thing or not here, but just a few pictures that start the catalog here before they get into their 2019 offerings. Freedom for all. Then you kind of get an overall view of their 2019 lineup, and then they're going to go into specifics on it. Alright, so you get into Softail. Now Softail is what my son ended up with. He had a specific model of the Softail he was looking at, and they have some really cool bikes out there. And I will tell you something that I just seen this year is the wheels here on these. So you can get this on the Fat Boy and Fat Bob, I believe. And I really like those. Those are solid. Those do not have slots on them. They're solid. So they're really cool. They're supposedly fashioned after wheels. I believe he said they were wheels off of some airplane. I can't remember what he said. We talked about so much, I don't remember the specifics of what the sales guy told me, but they were fashioned after the wheels off of an aircraft. So the Milwaukee 8 is kind of like their new big thing this year. They got the up to 114 cubic inch, and that is the size of the motor my son got on his bike. Alright, FXDR 114. Alright, so here you have the Sport Glide, and you have the Heritage Classic. I really dig the old school fenders here. Those are really cool. And you have a Breakout. Now my son was looking for a Breakout. That was the model that he was looking for, and he found one that he wanted. The first dealership we went to Friday night, he had one that he thought he wanted. They wouldn't really bargain too much with him. They wouldn't come down on the price. They had it marked at a decent price, considering that these are about $30,000 bikes, new, and they have some 2017 leftovers that have, I don't know, like 10 miles on them or something, for around 19, somewhere in there. But they wouldn't bargain with him on the price at all. So he didn't buy the Breakout that night. Saturday we went to another dealer that he had talked to previously, and they had a specific model of the Breakout that he did buy. They did give him a pretty good deal on it. Alright, so we got the Lowrider. You have the Deluxe, and this is the model I've been kind of looking at recently. I do like the 2019 Deluxe. They're really a sleek bike. Like I said, I'm older than my son. I dig the fenders and the white walls. To me, that is cool. My son likes everything blacked out, but oddly, he didn't get his new bike. It's not blacked out. He fell in love with another paint scheme. So, and like I said, I'll roll a picture of that at the end here. I think I have one on my phone. I can squeeze in here. Here's another look at these at the wheels here. I really like these wheels. I just do. They really, I think these are really cool. My son didn't care for them so much because they're solid. There's no I think he would like them more if the sections here at the bottom had been cut out, so you could actually you know, see through them. I think he would like them a little bit more. They might have been a little too retro for him or something. I'm not sure. This is the Fat Boy. This is also another really cool bike. If I buy one this year, I'm going to choose between the Fat Boy and the Classic. Those are probably one of the two of those that I'll end up buying this year if I do buy one. My son wants me to buy another bike, so I might do that. Fat Bob is also a really cool bike. Very similar to the Fat Boy. You have the different front tire. If you like that fat front tire, you will like that Fat Bob. Once again, 114 cubic inch. I think you can get them on both, the 107 and the 114. That's a Milwaukee 8 motor. Supposedly puts out a lot, and it's more fuel efficient. It puts out more horsepower than their previous motor, and more fuel efficient, supposedly. So, got the Street Bob down here at the bottom. Blending is not an option. So they do, of course. Harley has a complete line of accessories. You can deck your bike out any way you want it. You can make your bike you. FXDR 114. This one right here is the Deluxe, and that one right there is a Street Bob, just in case that you can't read the they are labeled right there, but I don't know how well that's going to show up over the camera. Very cool bikes. I don't know what the name of that paint scheme is, but I really like the paint on this bike. I have not seen this in person yet. I've not seen it at a dealership I went into. I've seen a couple of their special paint schemes for 2019, but I have not seen that paint scheme. I want to see that in person. That is a really cool looking paint job. And I'm not sure how I feel about these pipes. These are, I think they call them a 2-1-2 pipe. They start out as a dual pipe, they kind of merge, and then they go back to a dual at the end. I'm not real sure about those, whether I dig those pipes or not. But good thing about Harley-Davidson is they have a lot of manufacturers that support them for aftermarket stuff, so you can get pretty much anything you want. This is their Street 750 and 500 here at the top, and you have their Street Rod at the bottom. I mean, so far every bike that they have in their 2019 lineup is it's a pretty cool bike. And as far as I'm concerned, they're all pretty cool bikes. I didn't see a single one in their lineup that I wouldn't own personally. Sorry to say, now we're getting into the Sportster section. All right. So it's the 883 here at the top. You got the Iron 1200 here at the bottom. Now the Sportsters, I will tell you, my son had a Sportster. That's what he traded in, and he bought his Sportster about a year, almost 2 years ago. He bought a 2017 Sportster, and I think he bought it at the tail end of 2016. So he bought the brand new model that was just out. But he has a few problems with his bikes. That the reason he wanted a new one. His has a 5-speed transmission. So when he's on the highway doing 70, God, I hope he's only doing 70, that thing was really screaming. I mean, the motor is really wound up pretty good on it. His new bike's a 6-speed transmission, and it's going to cruise a lot better on the highway. Alright, so once again, you got the 883, you got the Iron 1200 here on the bottom. And top here you have a 48. That's the bike my son had. He had a 2017 Harley-Davidson Sportster 48. Very cool bike. He doesn't have that paint job. His was a black and silver, I believe, paint. Still very cool bike. Those are only these Sportsters are only a 1.5 gallon tank, I think, on most of them. So yeah, you don't have a real long distance on it. He put drag pipes on his, so his mileage went down to. He was basically burning a tank of gas going to work and back on it. All right, here we got the Roadster. You got the 1200 Custom here at the top. You got the Super Flow down here at the bottom. And I will tell you, I am not an expert on Harley-Davidson, so I'm sorry I'm not giving you a whole lot of information on each one of these bikes. There is tables at the back here that will give you more of the technical details on each one of these bikes. But I am not a Harley-Davidson expert, and I'm not an expert on their history either. Alright. Alright, so just in case you can't read these labels again, on the top here we have the Roadster. On the middle you have the 48 Special, and on the bottom you have the Iron 883. Find what feels right and roll with it. Once again, emphasizing, make that bike yours. Make it how you want it. Getting into some of their accessories. I really don't think the girl comes with the jacket or the hat, guys. Sorry. A few photos. Alright, now they're getting into their touring bikes. And I think this is probably one of the bigger draws to Harley bikes, or their touring collection. Personally, that's what I see a lot, are the touring bikes, the baggers. 114 cubic inch. Once again, that's a Milwaukee 8, pretty much dominating their 2019 lineup. I believe there were a couple models that offered a different motor, but I think that Milwaukee 8 is in pretty much all of them. Top here you got the Street Glide Special, and at the bottom down here you got the Street Glide. Once again, both very, very cool bikes. And at the top here you got the Road Glide Special, and on the bottom down here you got the Road Glide. Hope I'm not going too fast for you here. You're welcome to pause this, and you can also go to Harley-Davidson's website. It's just harley-davidson.com, and you can download this in PDF form and browse through it. I like having the magazine, actually. I like having the paper in hand to thumb through it. Road King Special, there you go. I believe that is their big boy on the road. The Road King at the bottom. Now my sister actually went with the trike. She broke her left ankle twice, and the first time she broke it, I forgot what she was doing, but the second time she actually broke it on her motorcycle, rode down the back of a motorcycle, and she has problems with her left foot now. The first time it never healed right, and she's got her foot fixed right, but she doesn't. She had problems on a regular bike, so she went to a trike, and she pulls a trailer behind it. Her and her fiance, they go camping and stuff in it, and they have a blast. All right, Ultra Limited. I think this one has just about every feature imaginable. Ultra Limited and Ultra Limited Low, so they're representing both of those models with this one picture here. And I believe the text at the bottom there, if you can read that, tells you the difference between the two. Top here you got the Road Glide Ultra, and then you got the Electric Glide Ultra Classic down here at the bottom. Alright, this one over here, Road King Special. Once again, awesome bike. You're not going to hear me say any of these suck. Sorry, I'm just not. In case you can't read them over here, you got the Road Glide Special here at the top. You got the Street Glide in the middle, and you have their freewheeler at the bottom. These are pretty cool. The cool thing is you can still make it sound like a Harley. CVO Limited. Let's see. Brings an unparalleled level of class to the Grand American Touring Classic. As you start getting into those CVO bikes, you start getting into something a little special. We got the CVO Street Glide and CVO Road Glide. And I believe their CVOs are the bikes that they have pretty much one person builds the entire bike. They're no longer the typical assembly line type bike. Once you've broken out, they can't put you back in. Alright, now you get into some more of the statistics, more details on what's under the covers for these bikes. And let's see, I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to jump forward just a little bit. You can always pause this if you want to look at a specific bike here, the specifications. So the 48 is what my son traded in. Of course, this year the specs are a little bit different on 48 because they went with the, you got the different motor and stuff in them. Looks like they actually do have prices here on the right. I was wrong about that. So they are listing the MSRP for their different colors and stuff, different packages, if you know what those are. So that is what my son, he traded in a 48. And he ended up buying a Breakout. So now what my son ended up getting was he found a 2017 Harley-Davidson CVO Breakout at a local dealer. They only had one left, and I think they had four. They got a shipment of 4 of them in 2016, and they sold 3 of them, but they still had one left that they couldn't sell, and he ended up buying it. Absolutely gorgeous bike, and it's kind of it's a little more of a pro street, I guess, the way the Breakout design is. Absolutely awesome bike, though. A lot more power than his other bike had. He had that 48, so this one's got a lot more power for him, and it rides better on the highway. It's a heavier bike, a little stiffer on the response than his 48, but a little more comfortable for him too, for riding long distances. So he doesn't necessarily ride that long distances. He does have a couple guys, a couple friends that he rides with, and they will go for pretty much an entire day. Alright, and we are almost at the end of the magazine here, guys. Ultra Limited. They're touring their CVOs and their trikes. A couple of the paint options for 2019. The one thing I wish that they would show are the special editions. I wish they had the special editions in here, because they have some really cool special edition paint schemes for 2019, and I wish they had those in here, because they do have some pretty awesome looking paints. And I also don't see they also have an electric blue. I think it's called electric blue. One of their classics they have at the local bike shop is electric blue, and it's a really nice looking bike. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you want a copy of this magazine, go to Harley-Davidson's website and request it. I would request it like now if you want it, because once they're gone, I got a feeling they're gone. I don't know that Harley's going to keep printing these. The only way that I've really ever got them before is from the dealers, and that's where I got this one from. They had a stack of them, and the guy that was our sales guy hadn't even seen one yet, or he says he hadn't seen one yet. But I did finagle that in a t-shirt, and just my son spent 26 grand there, so it's not too bad. But that's it. If you got any questions, I will roll in some pictures. I'll send, I think I have a picture of my son's previous bike. I'll roll that in first, and so you can see what he had previously, and then I'll roll in a picture of what he traded in. All right, and I'll put that on right after this video, and that'll work. Thank you, and you have a great day.